Wow, it's amazing 360 video. Oh my god, tutorial has been started. Hello beautiful people. Hope so you're all having an amazing day because I am having an amazing day. So in this amazing day, we are going to learn very important topic of C++ array in C++. There are actually two types of array, single dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. You can also call it two-dimensional array. Array. An array is a collection of a fixed number of components called as element, all of the same data type and in contiguous, which means adjacent memory space. A one-dimensional array is an array in which the components are arranged in a list form. However, in multi-dimensional array, the elements are present in tabular form. Single-dimensional array. Some of the basic operations are performed in one-dimensional array, like initializing, inputting data, outputting data stored in an array, and finding the largest or smallest element. Moreover, data, if it is in numeric form, some other basic operations are finding the sum and average of the elements of this array. Each of these operations requires ability to step through the element indexes of the array. This is easily accomplished using a loop. However, first of all, we are going to review the general form of the single-dimensional array. Here it is. First of all, we will write data type, which could be anything like int, character, float, double, an array name, which can be anything obviously related to question, and here we determines the size of array. Here is the practical application of the general form. First of all, we are writing here data type, then the array name, and we are determining size of array, which is 5 here. In this application, we are declaring an array number of 5 components. Each component is of type int. The components are number with index number 0, number with no, with index number 1, and no with index number 2. And here, the diagram, each yellow box representing each index. Now let's know that what is index. This is again the general form. Here, the size is index. Index is any expression whose value is a non-negative integer. The index value specifies the position of component in the array. However, the operators present around are called as array subscripting operator. However, in C++, the index always starts from 0. However, again, the index starts from 0. Okay, let's have some questions. Uh, if we have no is again the array name, 5 is the index number. So if we are putting 34 at index number 34, then it actually means it determines actually the position. Sorry, then it in this question we actually means that we are storing 34 at index number 6 as index starts from 0. This is the position of the number. Actually, it's not the index. uh, Index always starts from 0. 5 actually means 6 indexes. Let's have some question for you guys. If for example, if we have variable which is equals to 3 and we write a general form of array, and at position we are writing I, mean at position I, which is equal to, which is 3, we are putting 44. Then what index we are putting 44? Okay, tell me. If position is 3, if at position in the array we are putting 44, Then at what index that 44 be present? Yes, the 44 would be present at index number 4. Yes. Now move ahead. Okay, if we want to sum the two arrays, uh, list array name which is list here, list with position 3 plus list with position 1. However, position 1 we have 8, and at position 3 we have 22. Then sum of both means that we are storing both position at for the position number 5. Then we are storing actually 30 at position number 5. It also means that we are storing 30 at index number 6. Now let's move to our Visual Studio to understand the proper idea of this array. First of all, I will use the predefined values, and then I will do a question by asking user. So let's move. Here's the basic syntax of C++. First of all, hash include is the preprocessor directive. IOStream means input output stream is a predefined library, and using namespace std saving us from writing std before every line. And our every answer is returning to main function, and the data type of answer would be int. It could be anything. First of all, I will use values. Data type, array name, it could be anything. Keep this in mind. With 3, 12, 13, 14 here. Array number, at position number 0, what we get, and this here, and line, and semicolon. If we if we copy paste it to save the time. So at index number 1, 2, and position number 3, position number 2, and position number 3. Okay. It is. So if we execute the program, then we will get as follows. At position number 0, actually I am setting is the position, and I am writing this to give the proper understanding of index. So at index number 0, 12 is present, similar to at position 1, 12 is present. Index 1, 13 is present. However, at position number 2, 13 is present. At index number 2 is equal to 13. It also means that at position number 3, 14 is present. So now if I want to ask user for this, let's see. And enter values. And if I again copy paste this, obviously these are the lengthy ways. As I told you before, that we use loops in array uh, to get the proper benefit of array. I'm just doing this in a lengthy way to make you understand what actually array is. So now let's execute 12, 13, 14, so on. At end index I entered 12, 12 shown up, and at index 1 I wrote 13 and 13 show up, and so on. You can also make the question lengthy to proper understand this. So here it is. I asked the user, first of all, I predefined the value, then I asked the user, and the value showed up in this way. At index 0, uh, we got the 12, and at index 1, we got 13. Now let's learn the multi-dimensional array. Actually, uh, it is used to print data in tabular form, and it's the basic use of it. In the previous section we learned one-dimensional array to manipulate data. If the data is provided in the list form, we can use obviously one-dimensional array, and sometimes data is present in the tabular form. Uh, for example, a software house with the we need coders of C++ language, PHP, and Python language from America, South Africa, and whatever country, India like. So it requires two specifications. So we would require obviously two-dimensional data. So it's the syntax to access the component of a two-dimensional array. First of all is the array name index 1 and index 2. Index 1 represents rows and index 2 represents column, like this way. If we want to put particular value, like I want to put 99 at row number 0 and row number 0 and column number 0, then I will write the I will write the value. I have to write this at C in to put the value at this specific place. For example, if I want to put value at row number 1 and column number 2, then I have to write this way. I have to write this way to put the value. So let's move towards the Visual Studio to make you understand properly. So first of all is the data type array name. I can write list and 12, 13, 14, 15. If actually I want to determine that how much elements would be present in this, then I can multiply rows multiply by column, like two rows and three column are there. We can multiply both and we'll get six. So here would be the six element at different position we can get. Here's a 3 and here is another 3. However, these elements would be present as subscript locations. So here it is. If I want to show up the value, I will use, obviously it's the need, uh, nested loops, which you learn in the different patterns making section. First loop is for rows and the second loop is for column, like we use it in the pattern. So here are two rows, and here is equal to 0, and j should be smaller than, and this is for column section. So he- here, like, we will write 3. If we write I for rows and j for columns, if we run this program, we get 12, 13, and 14, 15. Why are we getting 0 here? Yeah, because columns are 3, and we didn't define any value here, so that's why we are getting 0 here. If we define like 14, for 99, and here we find 88, and if we run the program, then we will get the values here assigned properly. Yeah, you can see that 12, 13, 99, 14, 15, and 88. This loop is for rows and this loop is for columns, and we are using respective variables for the rows and columns. So guys, I know there are number of improvements required, obviously, which can be made with the help of your suggestions, obviously. So if you like my tutorial, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. Else, you can check your knowledge of C++ by this programming C++ programming quiz app for C++ students, and for Java students, obviously here's another app to check your knowledge of Java. A link of both apps would be in comment section. You can download it and share it with others. Uh, Obviously, thanks for watching. Peace.